Hi guys, me again, Jennifer Style, the girl in robe. Not in robe today. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to make the perfect khao piek sin. So I'm gonna show you guys for both of them. I'm gonna make the broth and plus the noodles as well. Excited? Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how to make the soup broth with the pig feet. This one. So some people they use chickens instead, but it depends. You know, you can use just the normal, the bone or anything. But I love my pig feet, so I'm gonna show you guys how to make my perfect soup broth. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a lot of salt. So just wash the you can wash your pig feet with the salt, a lot of salt like that, and soak them in the water. This one, you're gonna soak them in the water just like that, and I'm gonna leave them for 15 minutes to make sure you use a lot of salt to just clean them out, so your soup broth not gonna be really stinky, you know. And this thing, some people really hate it, and my husband hated it, but I loved it. It's so good. It can make out your the super great broth. The soup is gonna taste really amazing. So let's get started. Just leave them for 15 minutes, and we're gonna wash them really good after 15 minutes, and you put it in soup broth. So now I use 4 liters of water and boiling water, and now we're gonna take the pig feet in and leave them. I use 2 lemongrass. I use the frozen one. If you guys have the fresh one, use the fresh one. It would be nicer. So that's how I make my broth. But make sure that before you put the pig feet in, you're gonna have to get a really good boiling water for a couple minutes first. And now the ingredients I'm gonna use 1 spoon of sugar. This is how my mom taught me that, you know, sugar can be placed, just make the flavor just like you use the MSG. And I'm gonna use the chicken powder. So I use 5 spoons of chicken powder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get the flavor. And I'm gonna use salt. Just use 2 spoons of salt. And the MSG, that's an optional. If you don't want to use the MSG, just skip it. And I use 1 spoon of MSG. Put them all in the soup and leave it for 1.5 hours. So this is how it look like after that you cook it for a couple minutes, that 10-15 minutes, and make sure you're gonna have to keep an eye on it to skim all the top of it, skim all the stuff that on here, because this one is stinky, so you don't want that. So make sure that you skim it off until it's all gone, and leave it for 1.5 hours to cook all your pig feet, so you can get perfect broth. Okay guys, now while we're waiting for the broth to get ready, I'm gonna show you guys how to make the noodles. Excited? So the noodles, I'm gonna use the same thing. I think if you ever make the khao piek sin or the lao noodles before, you would familiar to just use the both of these. So this one is called topioca starch, so I use this one. And this one is called rice flour. So Lao people call bang khao jiao, and the other one we call bang Singapore. So usually you guys would maybe just familiar to use half, but today my tip is I'm gonna make a little bit of difference, because I like my noodles to be a little bit of tenders and, you know, like hot and Now people call like ให้มันเส้นเป็นเหนียวๆแข็งๆเนาะ so I love my noodles to be a little bit tender. So the tips today I'm gonna use I'm not gonna use half but I'm gonna double it. So I'm gonna use a lot more of แป้งข้าวเจ้า or rice flour. So I'm gonna show you today is I'm gonna use 2 half cup of rice flour. 1, 2, that. And I'm gonna use only a half cup of topioca. So this gonna make a little difference. And you're gonna see that is when the process, you know, like it's gonna be a lot different because I like my noodles to be just a little bit hard. But if you don't like that, you just do whatever that you guys have learned and you like the perfect noodles that you always made, it's okay. Or you can double to make half as well. So just try to skip it. But my tip today, it is really good. You guys gonna like the noodles like this because it's the best. I love it. It tastes so good. So I'm gonna show you guys how to mix them. So make sure you guys mix them all together really good, just like that, to combine. And now I'm gonna add a boiling water. I use the boiling water just like that. So usually I just have the eye test, but today, as in, I'm gonna show you guys, so you probably need the recipe. So I'm gonna use a half cup of boiling water. That. And add it here. Just make sure that boiling water, you get a really boiling one, you know. They have to be really hot. And mix them in. Mix them real good. So I think we need more boiling water. So maybe I'll add more. I never tried this. Maybe, so make it 1 cup of boiling water. Put it more. See, make sure that, you know, if you use the boiling water, you're gonna see that like that. So yeah, that I think this is perfect. So 1 cup of boiling water. Okay, sorry for the recipe is a little bit messy because I always have the eye testing. So yeah, that's right, it is perfect. So can use that. So I use 1 cup of rice flour and half cup of tapioca starch. So mix them all together until they combine with the hot boiling water, 1 cup of hot boiling water. So you're gonna mix them all together like this and leave them, set them a little bit colder so you can try to start to roll them. So I'm gonna show you again how to roll them. So this after it's combined and set them a little, leave them just a little bit colder so you can try to do that. And mix them in just like that. Mix in until they combine. Just like when you do the pizza, you know, if you ever do the pizza dough, you do the same thing, you know. Just try to massage and try to get them combined. So keep doing this for maybe 2 minutes. Try to get them to just mix them all together. You can have the eye testing, you know, you can see how it looks. See? So now I'm going to show you here. Move my camera. Sorry that my camera wasn't really professional. So now you can put them in the kitchen table and try to do this. Some people they use the shopping board, but I don't need that, you know. This one is good because my table is really clean. You do like that. Keep rolling. It's fun. I love to do my noodles. Actually, you can do that on machine, but yeah, I think it's go through too much trouble with machine. I didn't really use them because I just make a little just for myself and my daughter, you know, so I didn't make it much. But if you guys have a big family, you can double it or the recipe I get, so you can do it on. So that's how I do. So I think this one is ready to go, and you can slice them. Haha, I love slicing this. So now I use the knife that not really sharp, just a knife like that, but just get the one that not too sharp, so it's good for you to do that. So I like to just slice it like that, make it in small pieces and roll it one at a time. So put all together in the bowl like that, and I'm gonna use the topioca starch to just put on the top. Just slightly put in there and mix them. And I like to do that like that first to just make them flat, so it's easy to slice them. So, and I have the bone like this. It's marble is really heavy, so it's good, you know. So I don't have to use my whip so much. So try to roll them and not to push it too much. Just gently to do it, and it depends on how much you like. I like my noodles to be really thin and perfect, so I do it like that so you can see how thin it is. So that one, and you make another one. I like to make them flat first like that to just get the surface and roll them. It's not really hard as you think, guys. You know, you're gonna have to try. Everything's when the first time you just feel really weird, but when you keep doing it, you know, that is take me for nearly, I tried to make the noodles for like maybe 15 or 16 years, you know. Try over and over, fucked up many times, and keep trying anyway. So I do like that. Put the flour, the starch, the tapioca starch, and I put them all together like that, just two, right? And you can start to slice them. What I'll do is I slide in the corner off first to just get the good surface. You know, I like to do that way, but you don't have to do like exactly like me. But I'm really OCD when it comes with the food. So I cut them all like that in the corner, so I can get them. It's a perfect fat. So like that, and I slice all the ugly one in the corner first, you know, because I want to get a really perfect one. So I cut them off, but you don't throw them away, you know, you still can eatable. It's eatable. So just like that. See that? Yeah, it look really easy, and it is easy, guys. You just have to just make, just take time and effort and patience. So I'm gonna slice that just like that. I wish that I have someone to just, you know, take the camera for me, but today there's no one available. So that was it. You're gonna surprise how thin it is. I love my noodles to be thin, and like that. It's really easy, guys. See that? My noodles. And now ready to go and eat the yummy piek. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys one more time again with this, then how I cut it. See it in the corner like that. It's ugly, but I didn't like it. I don't know, for some reason I didn't like them. So I just cut them off like that to just, you know, take all the mass out. And I do the same things in the corner. Every corner I'm just gonna cut them all out like that to just make the surface really nice. I'm really OCD. Like I said, that one, see that? And now I'm gonna start to slice this one to get a really perfect one. And come closer, a little bit closer. Yeah, like that. Like that. If you are the first time, you know, if you try the first time, you can do this slowly, guys. See, like that. And try to push like that, and easy. that. And the first time I make it's really hard too, but now, you know, I become really professional. That one. So this is really nice. See that? The piek noodles. Very nice, guys. So I wish you guys can try. Okay, now after 1 hour, we're gonna come and check our soup broth. Whoa, look at that. It looks like it's get ready, but I think we need another 30 minutes. But then I noticed that the water is get down a little, so I'm gonna add more water and leave it another 30 minutes. So you have to be patient, otherwise you wouldn't get a good this good soup. So just like that, and I'm gonna skim down a little bit on top as well. So we have to wait until another 30 minutes and we can show you again when it's ready. Okay, now the soup broth is ready. This is how it look. So I'm gonna try to test it. Oh my god, so yummy. And now I'm gonna transfer to the small pot and I'm gonna cook the noodles in there. Oh my god, the soup broth tastes the best. So now how I make my soup, I'm gonna use a little bit of pork, the blood jelly. We call the pork blood jelly. I use 2 of them, and I'm gonna cook the noodles as well. And then that's how my noodles look. Just leave them for a couple seconds. People can use the blood jelly, but some people didn't like it, you know, but I love it. It's so good. This is how I grew up with, so that's why, you know, I was gonna make what exactly I grew up with. So that's about it, guys. I will show you more how it looks like in the bowl. Now I got my noodles. Yummy. Here you go. Now I got my perfect piek and the perfect soup bowl. Wow, look at this. See? This is how I love my the noodles. It's really tender and it's really good. Yum. Check this out. Very, very spicy and very, very good. Oh my god, I'm doing. This is so good. And with the pig feet. Look at this. Oh my god. So good. Very spicy, but so good. Good.